I'm here today because I want to divorce my husband. He's been a liar and a cheater and very unsupportive. He actually stole my daughter's car. Pretty much, we haven't had sex or anything for a long time, so we got a room that night, and then that's when he brought me back STD.
You make serial bad decisions. You didn't know this man from a can of paint to be able to want to plan a life. This marriage should have never happened.
Today's showdown is not just another breakup. It's a full-blown demolition of betrayal, chaos, and downright madness. This isn't just drama, it's a car crash in slow motion. Today, Divorce Court exposes a marriage that never should have started. Hit that subscribe button if you're tired of lies being excused, and you want brutal, raw truth, no sugarcoating. The courtroom tension exploded as Mrs. Lewis explained why she was done for good. She made it plain.
I'm here today because I want to divorce my husband. He's been a liar and a cheater and very unsupportive.
Their relationship began innocently enough, meeting at a karate class.
We was dating for a while, going on dates and stuff. One day he just disappears.
After 6 months to a year of dating, Montaje Lewis vanished without warning. Why? He got arrested. Mrs. Lewis only found out after days of unanswered calls and pure confusion. Shockingly, instead of waiting to see if Montaje could truly change, they got married while he was still in prison.
Yeah, we got married while he was in jail.
Mrs. Lewis admitted. The judge hit the nail on the head.
You didn't want to wait for a minute to figure out if this is somebody you can rely on?
The seeds of disaster were planted from day one. When Montaje Lewis took the stand, his excuses were flimsy at best. Trying to defend his ghosting act, he said,
"We did date when we first met, but I didn't have her number. She gave me her auntie number."
Really? That was the best he could offer for disappearing for 6 years? Judge Starr wasn't buying it. She pressed harder, and Montaje casually confessed.
But wait, you did something stupid, didn't you?
The spin got worse when Mrs. Lewis described the chaos he brought into their lives.
He actually stole my daughter's car. Pretty much.
Montaje's defense. He tried to paint it as a simple swap.
"Let me swap you out. Let me swap you out. Let me use that car and I'll give you this car."
But when asked why he couldn't return the vehicle, Montaje had no answers, except another jaw-dropper.
I got arrested for shoplifting.
His life was a revolving door of bad choices, and now Mrs. Lewis had enough. As the courtroom dug deeper, the true scale of Montaje's chaos emerged. He wasn't just unreliable, he was a human tornado tearing through Mrs. Lewis's life.
You make serial bad decisions.
Judge Starr told him, holding nothing back. The stolen car saga was only the beginning. Mrs. Lewis revealed,
I went searching for the car basically for like 3 weeks.
She drove from Sacramento to Oakland on a wild goose chase, all while Montaje was behind bars for another petty crime. But it got even worse.
We haven't had sex or anything for a long time, so we got a room that night, and then that's when he brought me back STD.
When confronted, Montaje fumbled and finally admitted stepping out of the marriage.
I had left for maybe about 30 to 45 days on a job of farming.
The real kicker? When Judge Starr pressed him about it, Montaje casually confessed.
I stepped out and
He admitted having oral sex with a prostitute.
The courtroom was stunned. Mrs. Lewis, visibly hurt, summed up the betrayal in one crushing line.
This is my final straw.
Public anger boiled over online as viewers couldn't believe the level of disrespect and selfishness. A woman who stood by her man through incarceration deserved better. Not another string of lies, thefts, diseases, and broken promises. Judge Starr nailed it again.
This marriage should have never happened.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Montaje dropped the ultimate bombshells. Mrs. Lewis exposed another layer of betrayal.
This still this Nicole person that he's been dealing with in numerous times.
She didn't stop there. The allegations hit even harder.
She's telling me that this person, whoever Nicole is pregnant and it's due July.
But Montaje, once again, had his prepackaged excuse ready.
I just did another 20 months in jail right now, which I got out February 19th of this year.
He insisted it was impossible for him to be the father if he was incarcerated. Yet the pattern was obvious. Disappearance, lies, secret women, and non-stop drama. Judge Starr laid it bare for everyone watching.
It's enough red flags that there's a parade going down the street right now.
There was no recovering from this avalanche of humiliation. The truth was out, and the entire courtroom could feel Mrs. Lewis's heartbreak and disgust. By now, even Montaje couldn't defend the wreckage he caused. Judge Starr didn't hold back in delivering the brutal reality.
You've been in jail or prison the majority of the time you've been with your wife.
Looking Montaje dead in the eye, she spelled it out.
You make serial bad decisions. Fair to say. You make bad decisions.
Mrs. Lewis, standing her ground, made her final move.
Honestly, Your Honor, this is my final straw.
No begging, no second chances. It was clear to everyone Mrs. Lewis was done tolerating broken promises, disrespect, and chaos. The judge concluded with a thunderous verdict.
And you need to start righting those wrongs right now. It's time for you to leave this marriage and move on with your life.
The audience erupted in applause. Justice had finally been served. Mrs. Lewis walked out of that courtroom with something far more valuable than a marriage certificate: her self-respect. She survived years of betrayal, abandonment, and humiliation, but today she chose herself. Judge Starr's closing advice echoed for every viewer at home.
You never need to make a decision where you allow somebody to treat you less than who you are.
Today wasn't just about a divorce. It was about waking up, standing up, and saying, enough is enough. If you believe every woman deserves better than lies and broken promises, hit that subscribe button right now. Stay tuned, because this was just one case. And trust me, we're only getting started.